Oh God, you're asking a depressed bitch, man.
Oh damn, that's deep, bro.
When my heart died.
Wait,
He said heartwarming, not heartbreaking.
Oh, I got nothing.
Defibrillator unit. Electricity passing through your heart kind of warms it up a little bit.
Dude, that's actually a good one. Holy wow.
Thanks, man. I just thought of that.
My grandpa used to smoke heavily, and basically his way to tell me I shouldn't smoke was telling me I should smoke when I was 5. So he gave me like a cigarette and he was like, smoke it. I'm like, no, I don't think I'm allowed. And I looked at my mom and she was like super angry. And he like, no, smoke it. Just take it and smoke it. So I smoked it and I coughed my lungs out and I nearly died. And then he said, well, there you go. Now you never have to try it again. You hate it. And then I never smoked again. So I guess that's kind of wholesome-ish.
Is one of my friends helped one of my other friends prevent them from suicide.
Oh. When I was really little and my grandmother was in the hospital because of leukemia, when the night before she died, I have no idea, but I picked up the phone and I called her and the last thing I told her was, I love you. And the next day she died. The last thing my grandmother heard from me was, I love you. And I think that's really sweet. And now here I am talking to cat, whatever you are, a bird in a cage in the VR set. I don't know. I'm having a good time.
That's right, baby. You tell him. Hand it over. So says the child.
Tell him he's a bad parent.
Oh, jeez, Rick. I had a baby. Rick. What do I do now? My whole...
And then you gotta deal with them when they become a goddamn
Yeah,
teenager.
it's all a mistake. Oh, jeez.
So you gotta make the best of it now, Morty.
I got a little poop fart, Rick. I got my own poop fart. Just farts and poops.
And screams at your goddamn TV.
That's all it does. And screams ducks. It really likes ducks for some reason. I don't know why.
Whoa, back up. Dude, take 2 steps, dude. Oh,
You know you have like cleavage, right? When you lean forward, it magnifies that by 30. Don't stop. I'm ticklish. Stop. You wanna go? You wanna say something. Say something. Whoa, dude. Whoa. That's not cool. Go TikTok dance in the corner. You're grounded.
Only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing.
So quite recently, I have made first big success in the crypto world, meaning that I've earned a lot of money, and I am very happy that I managed to do so. And I own this much of them. I'm rich. It's very hard to believe, but even for myself, I'm not used to it, but I'm rich now. I am 19 years old.
Yeah, I'm in college. I don't sound it because I have chronic baby voice, but
So like my dad's really old, right? Like it's like his 80th birthday this year. And so yeah, and so he had me a little later in life. So obviously he's getting to that point where he looks very much like a grandpa. So he can't really walk that fast, he can't really talk that well anymore. He's a little slower on things. And I just remember like I graduated college a year ago and he flew up here to see me, and once the graduation ceremony was over, like he would not stop holding my arm. Like he would guide me. You know how dads are, where they're like, they'll take you by the hand and like drag you everywhere. But he was doing that all day, and I could tell like it was wearing him out, but he just wouldn't stop because I think he was just so happy, and it made me happy, you know? Yeah. I love my dad.
Daddy, chill. Daddy.
But I'm Australian, eh? Then I got high, but then I got high. So it's kind of hard for me to grasp emotion when I don't fully understand it myself. But I've got like ADHD and so I struggle with emotion. Yeah, I've got Tourette's, yeah. But not like hard Tourette's, just like tics, like it's usually face expressions more than actual noises.
It's in the hundreds of thousands. I'll tell you that much. I'm not gonna be too open about it, you know? People have already tried to leash off of me now that they know that I have this. Just shows how people are for money, you know? If you love me for who I am, then you will be rewarded.
It's happened a few times, and it's just when people just randomly tell me they appreciate me and care for me, in my experience. Sometimes I forget that there's people that care for me and would miss me if I were to just vanish.
That is really nice. That's really sweet.
one of my students said something funny earlier. Joel, what did one of my students say earlier that was really cute?
Oh, I love how she speaks about her students while she's talking to the love of her life, bro. Let's not talk about her.
I don't want to get super gay.
Super gay? You are gay. What do you mean super gay?
I don't know. I don't know people that's all I talk about.
No, don't be silly.
Pretty sick now.
What are you doing?
I'm getting the out of here.
God damn. Hey, it's your turn, alien. Where you think you're going, alien boy? Let's go. Come on, everyone, to the basement. Let's go.
Fine.
No. Do not listen to this.
Get in VR. Shh.
No,
Get in VR. Get in VR. It's great.
It's a cesspool of cancer.
Listen, shh. It's great. It's amazing. You'll meet nice people like us
No,
and
you
like
won't. You'll
VR
meet
journalists right
monsters.
here. It's great. No.
I'm not a good person. Don't lie to people.
What do you mean?
The most heartwarming thing I've ever experienced is him, and that is not a lie.
Probably, I have a big family, so a lot of people love me. You know, we out here in VR chat. We got Herbert right here. You got to make the best out of what you got.
I got my pet
And
cat
that's-
too. You're basically like family for me. Y'all the ones I got.
After I told my grandma about it, she was talking to me about how she wanted to move into an apartment. I told her that I would buy her the apartment and she could pay me rent. Just the reaction she gave me on that was so incredibly wholesome. It was definitely the most heartwarming moment in my life.
She's just like, I love her dearly. She's love my mom. My mom's not a good person. I mean, what? My mom was a drug addict, so I mean, like, there's not much I can really do about that. I joined the army for that reason. I mean, I joined the military, got away from that stuff because I'll never do drugs in my life.
Bro, you need a hug.
I don't judge people, but like, it's never anything that I would do.
Bro, you need a hug.
I'm okay.
Because my autism programs for special needs weren't exactly perfect, but where I was in a bad place. Heartwarming is kind of watching my parents fight out for me. It was incredible. My father was never an affectionate person, but he showed love by clearly standing up for me because I couldn't do it myself. And it's just something I'll always remember with my parents that I feel so close with nowadays.
I've been to war. I've seen things from hell. Hey, me and my comrade here. We came from very harsh places. Middle East, my brother. We fought for 5 years. We fight Daesh.
ISIS.
Yes, ISIS, I mean.
It's me nice.
Careful. Yes, we won. That's a heartwarming thing for me, you know?
I know that a lot of people say that money doesn't bring happiness, and to some degree that is true. I believe that with the people surrounding you and if you have the right contacts and stuff, then yeah, happiness can be achieved even on a minimum wage. However, when you do make it and you do become rich and you're able to just, you know, buy your best friend a new car or give your dad money to renovate his house, that feeling is on a whole nother level compared to the other types of happiness I've experienced. So yes, I would say money definitely plays a role in how happy a person can be. Not having to worry about your financial situation and just, you know, being able to do anything you like and anything you want, and it makes life a bunch better.
The kid comes through the Go to school. Go back to school.
You should be asleep, sir.
Oh
Go
no,
to
you
school.
didn't. I don't go to school.
Get off of here. Go to bed. Go to school.
I don't know. There was one time I petted a dog.
The one true dream girl I have on the phone with me right now. Yeah, she's right there. Yeah, that's the most heartwarming thing I ever experienced right there.
Oh no, because I bought her food or whatever, and then I don't know what it was because her last relationship was kind of abusive. So when I bought her food, she just started breaking down in front of me. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, oh no, she didn't do that for me before. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was methamphetamine and pot. She would spend her everlasting dollar on it, and then I'd have to go to my friend's house to have dinner. It's okay. I don't judge her, but like, she's not a smart person. She's still feeling repercussions for it. She just recently, like last week, got her teeth pulled because of all the that she's done. I had to grow up real quick.
So my final message out to the world and to all the people watching at home: make the best of life. It's short and it may be rough, but remember, tough times don't last. Tough people do.
Damn, this is like weirdly deep. My mom hugged me once. That was kind of heartwarming.
When I got rich, I feel more confident. I don't know why. I feel more secure in life, and it made me happier. Let's split happiness up in two things, alright? Well, social happiness is I think that's the one they always refer to. Like, people around you might change. Like, when you get a person in your family who dies, money can't change that.
This might seem kind of cheesy, but one of the most heartwarming things is probably just being accepted by my coworkers. Because although it may not seem like it, I'm completely inverted and I hate all people.
But you realize someone actually cares about you.
Meeting you, your special little head makes me warmth every day. Little bird, peacock, I could just die right now.
I can make my voice sound about almost anything.
My fellow Americans, I got a new Kermit. Kermit's a pretty funny one too.
It's okay if you have a boyfriend. I still want you to be my waifu.
Okay.
Inverted people, they're kind of the opposite of people who like go to parties and get drunk. If you're inverted, chances are you don't go outside much. You probably don't like people all that much. And it takes you a while to warm up to others.
I know that I'm quiet and it's just really hard to not feel super wary of everyone's judgment and opinions. And so I kind of like put these walls up.
You really need to manage your time with yourself and your friends. You should mostly put it in with yourself. And what my mom used to tell me, don't try to please everyone because it's your life, not theirs.
Well, I'm old, so they probably don't understand half of what I'm telling them. How old am I, Tinker?
I said old enough to be my dad. I ate all my vegetables, Daddy.
Having my parents say that they still love me and that they're not mad at me for what I've done.
Keep being you guys. You guys are awesome. If you're perfect in any way, don't put yourself down for stupid stuff. Love you guys.
Meeting one specific person in VRChat who helping me out getting rid of my depression in the past.
There was this time I was in a bad experience with someone, a family member who was a part of my biggest trauma in life because I wanted to make a name change so he couldn't find me anymore. Name change costs like a lot here, and they were very understanding about my situation to the point they actually changed the name for me because my family wouldn't, so they did it for me. The most heartwarming thing ever, honestly, because I did live with them and they did treat me like I was a part of their family, and it was like something that really changed my life, and it actually did save me.
The car wound up catching on fire, and my brother rushed there and like adrenaline punched the window open and dragged the lady out of the car.
I used to work as a paramedic many years ago, and there was a car had basically been T-boned by a dump truck and was knocked off the side. We had responded to the call. Every single person that had driven by actually got out of their car physically and was going down there to help them. And the worst part about it was that there was a 12-year-old kid that was associated with it. Unfortunately, he had permanent damage to his legs. Car was basically on top of the kid's legs, so you could hear the kid like screaming at the top of his lungs whenever we got there. By the time that we had actually gotten down there were about 5 or 6 people that were physically lifting the car off of the kid and actually pulling him away, and we didn't have to do anything. So it was really good to be able to see that like people coming together and helping out a person in need.
It was dark, and I'm actually afraid of the dark, and we had to go for a route down the forest, and I was a bit scared, and like my homies like held on, linked with my arms, and we went through the darkness together. It was nice.
My mom beating through cancer. It's kind of heartwarming to me.
My homie Drew getting with this girl. I mean, you know what I mean? See my homie happy.
That's Lil Morty. That's Lil Morty right there.
Making the bread, man.
My name's Lil Morty and I got STDs. Some venereal disease.
I got rich by selling a company. Yes, I had a candy shop. I ran it with my brother. It was doing very good, and we sold it for a good amount.
Once in my life, I weighed 300 pounds. In about a year, I lost about 85 pounds, and now I'm around 205 right now.
Heartwarming. Boy, don't act like you're not about to get married.
That's true. That is true.
He had a little spurt where they broke up, and then he got a little heart hurt, and then got back with her, and was just like, "You my girl now."
When I was eating, I could easily handle a entire XL pizza to myself when I was that big, and that's terrible. You're not supposed to eat that much. And I when I realized how big I was, and I was like, geez.
Imagine I said how much I really had, how much I really made, and some would find out who I was. God damn, that would not be good. Would you call them like hackers or something?
I was going through like a really tough time. I was battling between my anxiety and depression. I was trying to fight against it. And when I was fighting against it, my brother would always say the most dumbest things to me possibly. And it would make me laugh. So I would like stop crying completely at night because I would cry a lot at night. And every time my brother would come in, he would always like make a joke or he'd show me a video that would make me laugh. And that was, to me, it felt heartwarming because I know I always had my brother around.
Whenever you drop from a big weight like that, it changes your body, man. You look different. You feel different. I mean, you feel healthy. It's weird to experience until you actually do it. Yeah, confidence definitely definitely went up. It's hard, man. It's whenever you're not confident in your own self. It's like it's hard to talk to people. It's hard to be approachable and everything. And whenever you are happy with yourself and confident in yourself, it's easy, you know.
Don't let even like the smallest relationships that you make in life pass you by, because you never know whenever the smallest one could be a little spark that turns into a big fire.
Do what you want to do for yourself. Don't rely on people. If you want to be happy, be happy. Do what you want to do. A lot of people tend to change for others rather than themselves. They think people aren't going to accept them for who they are. And whether they do or don't, you got to realize you are yourself, and if you accept yourself, you believe in yourself, that's all that matters. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, tell the world something cool.
The more you expect of others, the more you'll be disappointed.
Oh, jeez. Wow, this is deep. This is deep fast.
Damn, we went deep hard.
Oh, man. How are you going to answer these? You're a mute.
Do you understand sign language, sir?
Mutes are pog. Get yourself a mute today.
What is this, an advertisement? Whoa, that is a big channel, holy shit.
Go subscribe to Life Progress, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, like the video, and do everything you can to support this man and his content.
Yeah, best content ever. Eat Cheez-Its too.
Yeah.
Eat Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
I love Cheez-Its.